this Karen right here. Take a look at this family. There was some sort of physical altercation between a Karen and a Sista, and this Karen just repeatedly used the N word, referencing, I guess, the sister's squabbling skills. Take a look.
Grabbed me by my hair because you fight like a man. You grabbed me by my hair because you fight like a man. You grabbed me by my hair because you fight like a man.
You think it's fine to say that word?
Yeah.
You think it's fine?
I'm already online saying it. I don't
Do you think it's fine to say that? So it's fine to say
people's lives over saying a word and then they'll stop saying it. That's the only reason I'm still saying it, because I'm online everywhere saying it. And I don't have any friends or anything anymore, so no, actually, I don't care.
So because you don't have no friends and your life is messed up, you think you can disrespect people by saying that word?
She disrespects me.
I'm not talking about her, ma'am. I'm not talking about her. I'm not talking about her. I was just coming through and passing it with somebody blocking the joint. I'm just asking you a question because I'm a black person, but I'm not a and you're just using it freely. And what if I wasn't as respectful and I got out and slapped the because you said that? How would you call the cops and you don't even know who the hell I am?
Yeah, exactly.
I would slap the that you'd be on the ground.
That's okay. Because you have no impulse control. It's a word.
It doesn't matter. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, I've had
and
plenty
you're
of
continuously doing
said to me.
That doesn't have anything to do with the topic, ma'am.
Impulse control. Go tell Daryl Lamont.
So as you can hear, the brother stepped in and it was like confronting her about repeatedly saying you fight like an N-word, right? And when he was asking her about her saying that word, she mentioned that she's already saying it online, so she could care less. She also mentioned that she had no more friends, so she didn't care. And then she also mentioned something about being tired of them sitting on her driveway or whatever the case is. Whatever. Listen, at the end of the day, these Karens and Brads that use this word, and in this case referencing the sister's fighting skills as she fights like an N-word, what is an N-word fight like? You know, it's a question I would love to ask the folks when they use that word. Do they even know what the word is? What's the definition of that word? We know what it's used. We know the history of the word. We know why it was used and where it originated from. But do we know what it is? The question is, do you know what an N-word is? Because you know they use that word, and in this case she's saying she fights like an N-word. What is an N-word fight like? Right? Like, they're so ignorant in their commentary. They're so ignorant in the things that they say, and they really feel like using that word is some sort of power tool for them, right? Now, if that brother enacted what he said he was going to do, and he said he would slap the S out of her, he probably would have been arrested. Like she said, I would call the police. And he probably would have been arrested, as I said. But I'm going back to what I said before, which is, what is an N-word fight like? And then she says that the brother has no impulse control if he said he was going to slap the S out of her for using that word. Well, does she have any impulse control? Because she said that she uses it all the time. She said she uses it online. You know, she feels very, brave and bold and brazen in saying it, and proudly saying she uses it all the time online. So who's the one that has no impulse control? Him or her? He exercised impulse control because he didn't even have to ask, what if I did? He could have just hauled off and did it. And I know for a fact that sister could have really laid her out. And she probably exercised grace, which is one of the things that we do a lot. Exercise grace. We do a lot is exercise patience with these people. And, you know, she doesn't seem to be all the way there. And that's obvious to me. But I always say that's not an excuse to accept this kind of behavior. However, we as Black people tend to give a lot of grace. Not all, but some. And in this case, you had two Black people who let her off. And she is very lucky. I always say those ones are lucky, lucky, lucky. Okay? Because not everybody would have been able to put up with that, especially when you're repeatedly saying it and coming at the woman. It seemed to me like the sister was walking away and she kept walking forward. So she's looking for more, right? More squabbling and provoking it by using that word. So luck was definitely on her side, okay? Anyhow, let me know what you all think about this and how would you handle it if you got into this with somebody like this Karen here and she repeatedly came at you saying the N-word. And if you were the brother, would you have been able to exercise this level of grace as well? Drop your comments in the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share.